welcome to a new video. For this one we're focusing on boss trial. The direction is very simple. After you finished your challenging quest, the damage is what will make you rank above other players. Ranking rules, you can see them here all in front of you. After you now understand we just need high damage, it's time to understand exactly this fight or this battle. Now you're going up against the Goddess of Life. Goddess of Life is a support, an assistant hero. Okay, if you go to the portrait and you check the Goddess of Life, you'll find that she is under support. Pretty much what she does is dealing 80% as attack, damage, applying 2 stacks of life brands, healing 3 allies. She doesn't have any allies, she's a boss. Each stack reduces the target's attack by 10%. So she can recover HP, but she doesn't for this mode of event, and she can decrease the attack of your heroes. When an ally's HP drops below 30, she casts Tidal Shock, which consumes her energy, the energy bar. She deals damage, the normal attack, to 3 random enemies, applying 1 stack of life. The stacks of life pretty much will help in her reducing your attack, and when the heroes you're using drop below 30% HP, she will attack it again. At the end of each round, she heals herself, which actually isn't applicable if you're fighting in the boss trial. There is no healing for her. Okay, now the first thing is the talent selection. If you look at the talent selection, the first one is increase of damage by 20% when you're attacking warriors, rangers, and assassins. The second one is damage to mages and support increases by 20%. Now we said she is a support, so the first legendary talent should be number 2. The rest I'm gonna leave it up to your selection. Now of course you need heroes that you have built, they're strong enough for that battle, you've used your gems, you've added your artifacts, everything looking all bright and shiny. The lineup we're gonna go into, and our DPS we're going to be using 2, which is Toku and the God Slayer. To prevent us from being killed easily, we will be using Lucas, and he is at level 30 exclusive, which means at the beginning of the first round he can ignore the energy condition and use the soul contract. The soul contract provides us with not being killed by lethal damage or a lethal blow by one hit, one kill. Second thing we're adding to him is Radiance Tribute. Radiance Tribute increases damage reduction, which means the damage your team takes is reduced, and it will allow Lucas to avoid being killed by one hit, one shot by the boss, and he's dead. Second thing, I've added Phantom to him, which will help. And of course, the usual, add gems if you can to the hero, upgrade it so you get that extra HP attack and HP. Now we will also be using Houston for reducing of armor, so Goddess of Light can take more damage. Same scenario, add the correct sigil, your gems, upgrade the level, and take the legendary talent to number 2 for the first one. Again, there's a second hero we're going to be using as a support and a boost, which is the Fairy of Music. We will change the Shadow to the Shadow Ambush number 2, but it's okay if you leave it at number 1. She's more of a focus to increase, well, part of the HP, increase the shield, add a shield to the heroes pretty much, and increase their attack. So the direction is to help her to increase the attack of our 2 DPS, that's why she's put next to them, and for them to recover some HP by using her. The last hero we're gonna be using, which is a damage booster, Cyber Ronin. Now in my case, Cyber Ronin sucks in many different ways. He hasn't been upgraded sufficiently enough. He's at level 17. At level 20 he can be more beneficial for this battle. He's not using any relics, unfortunately, which can really help in the damage boost. His equipment sucks, they haven't been recasted, and one hasn't been finished, so he's not in the strongest and best condition. Now if you're talking about, well, gems, he does have level 30, which is not the best, and a number of gems as you can see, to increase his critical resistance and critical damage and attack. Now if we look at his skills and why he's beneficial for this round, he increases all the allies' damage reduction, which means less damage taken with everything we've added to reduce damage, and he deals 200% damage to front row enemies permanently and increases the damage that they receive by 15%. Of course, the more you upgrade his level beyond 340 Spirit Link level, that damage number increases to 35% and he deals 300% attack increased damage. His basic attack increases the damage received by the target also, and he restores 150 of attack as HP to the ally with the lowest HP, which increases as he becomes stronger. Now this is more focused on the fails, but we wanted to put there, well, the lineup that can be used. This is one of the lineups that can be used. You can exchange Cyber Ronin for usage of time if he's strong enough and awakened enough, and you'll be able to get to a damage that exceeds 50 billion, or if you're weak, like in my case, at least if you tried enough and have upgraded your heroes enough with everything in the game, you might actually reach above 30, 20, 40, regardless. But it does make a difference. Now, he's in number 1, Cyber Ronin. Lucas is in number 2, Houston number 3, Godslayer, Folklore number 4, number 5, the Music Fairy, and number 6, Toku. The direction is Toku needs to survive long enough, and after the battle ends, you'll be able to see if she survives or not by checking the damage. Demon of Souls, Lucas 100% will survive until the end of the rounds, the 15. Okay, he's not gonna be killed. And at the same time, we do not want the Godslayer to be the only hero surviving with Lucas, or with Lucas he survives. We want Toku because she is our damage output. The maximum damage she can throw at the Goddess of Life is better in her case. So you're gonna have to try it a couple of times, many times actually, and change and mix and match your equipment and what you have equipped for the Fairy of Music and Dimensional Runner. You can always go with the Templar Glory and giving it to the Music Fairy. That will increase the attack of the backliners. So that's one thing you can do that can help Toku and the Godslayer. Now if we're going to be looking at the lovely epic fails, let's actually start and look at the fails. The fails would be someone putting Toku in number 2 or number 1. Let's go with number 1, and then add in who else? Yep. And yeah, okay, this isn't really gonna work. I'm gonna watch one of those fantastic open fails as Storm Falcon starts to attack, and then we're using our beautiful assassin Silas in terms of reducing her damage and slowing her down. At the same time, we're using Frontline Striker to actually boost the damage of Toku, and Cupin in terms of HP recovery and survivability. Thinker, of course, is shield and HP regeneration, which can help. And we're looking at what exactly will happen without adding Lucas, which is going to be a very terrible looking damage, very small. Okay, we're almost there, and it's time for her to execute every remaining team member. And let's do the skip. So that pretty much gave us 2,247 or 2,247,000. Now another attempt might look similar to add-in. Let's see what players also do. Time, and then Monkey, and then Einstein, and then Lucy. Lucy, by the way, needs to have exclusive plus 20 if you're actually going to use her for something like this. And she still isn't going to be beneficial because you will get eliminated. You will get killed because there's nothing to protect you from lethal damage. Lucy's attack pretty much will reflect some of the damage your heroes take back at the enemy. You're still gonna be losing team members, which is bad, but we'll see how much damage can she achieve. 63 million in comparison to losing heroes that can help if the rounds continue. Okay, let's skip. And 2239, which is nowhere compared to the number that I got. Now, time should not be used if he's weak and is not awakened enough, because he'll be killed in round number 1 so easily. Very simple. You cannot use Moonlight Paladin if she's not awakened to Immortal. She'll be killed immediately, faster than you can think. Other than this, people might try using Stormwalker and then actually deciding to add Lucas, removing Thinker, and let's say something like this. Okay, yeah, okay, sure. Stormwalker is going, yes, this is Stormwalker. She's going to increase, of course, the attack, the critical, and that will increase the attack of Toku, which we're focused on, and also increase the frontline striker in terms of his ultimate attack. The frontline striker will also increase Toku's attack. Houston will also increase their entire attack, and at the same time, he has the Templar Glory, so he benefits Queen of Desert and benefits Toku in being in the same line with them. At the same time, Demon of Souls, Lucas, is helping us survive by using his contract, and if you're looking at that massive damage boost that we have achieved, look at that speed. Look at that, so beautiful. Okay, so we made it to 42, and each one of our heroes has gotten a boost from Stormwalker and a boost from the frontline striker. Right, so we made it to 3381 already, million. Okay, let's see how far this can carry on, because it's still not the best direction of hero selection to be using, and it's not gonna survive that long, even to round 10. Alright, Stoku is still given sufficient looking damage at 42, which is still good. Lucas is still helping us survive, and now Stormwalker has been taken out, and we're almost at 50. Okay, are we gonna break 52? Let's see, 4558 million. And the evasion on the Queen of Desert helped by Wings of Angel. Toku took some damage, but Lucas protected her, and the artifact Lucas is holding protected him, with him actually relying on his own contract to protect him. Alright, so we made it to 52 million. Okay, 4889 495079, and we're still going hard up until now in round 7. Let's see, will we actually make it to round 10 or not? Actually, this kind of was unexpected, believe it or not. Okay, 53, and then again the usage of the contract to protect from damage and provide damage reduction. It saves Toku from being eliminated from the battle, which we really need her to cause damage. Okay, let's see how far we can go. The evasion helps Queen of Desert to survive. She uses her special ultimate skill. Toku is now attacking at least at 20 million, and the damage went down a little bit. Damage immunity again activated. Yes, the damage immunity for Lucas's contract, instead of losing HP, it can add HP. Okay, 55. Round 11, 637. Evasion again. Okay, 55. Round 12, 56. And Toku survives again by their contract. 57. Okay. Almost there. 58. Come on, you can do 59. No. Okay. Alright. Round 14. And it's time for Toku to use her ultimate. 59. And then she's attacking again, which usually doesn't happen, but it's a follow-up pursuit. Alright, she's still surviving, and Queen of Desert is still surviving. Wings of Angel are protecting her massively, actually. Okay, 7, 9, 8, and 60. Alright, 8, 5, 2, 9. And that takes us to 10, 2, 3, 9. What's the issue with all that beautiful damage and how good it looked? It still is not sufficient enough. If that was sufficient enough, the ranking would be between D4 and D5. So it doesn't work, unfortunately. It needs stronger heroes and dark artifacts, even with relying on a draft of 4. Even with Toku having to survive and being able to survive until round 15. If you want an epic fail, this is the massive worst epic fail of we still didn't get high enough damage. So simply using the damage booster, which is Cyber Ronin, adding Lucas to actually save our ass during the battle, and then we have of course the God Slayer, and then the Music Fairy, and Toku. So for this lineup, pretty much we're gonna have to be repeating the same battle again and again until we actually gain higher damage. During that repetitive time of you battling again, see that's just 15. You're gonna have to change the artifacts based on your knowledge of the artifacts, if you know them, divine artifacts and stuff. Mix it around, even upgrade the stigmata or the gems or the relics themselves for the heroes. Okay, and all of that can make a difference. You might want to try giving Fatal Judgment, for instance. Okay, now this is a good one. You might want to try giving Fatal Judgment to Cyber Ronin. Maybe search for another artifact you have. You can give it to the God Slayer if it's maxed out. Alright, so let's end this video by watching that last fight that got us to 30 million, or 30 billion actually. Okay, so like we said, Houston, she's reducing the armor of the Goddess of Life. The Music Fairy is increasing our HP and speed, partially at least. Toku is our main attacker for this. And Houston, of course, she's increasing the speed of everyone. Lucas is helping with increasing the damage immunity, so is Cyber Ronin, and the HP recovery is put on Cyber Ronin and the Music Fairy. So we have 2 to recover HP, 1 to protect from being eliminated, which is Lucas. The God Slayer stands alone in the damage he causes, which will be boosted by Houston and Cyber Ronin, and of course the Music Fairy, all 3 at the same time. Toku relies on the same parameters of increase of attack. Cyber Ronin increase the damage boost, Houston reduce the armor increase of the attack, and the Music Fairy is helping in increasing both the God Slayer and Toku's attack all in one. Alright, so that pretty much got us to a good point while we still have all our heroes, and we're using the beautiful recycle trash ship Theasos. Why? Because it provides damage immunity and because it helps in recovering of HP. The longer you can last, the more damage you can cause. If you get killed and your heroes no longer can fight, then you cannot do more damage. The round and the battle ends. So it's very essential to survive until the maximum, hopefully round 15, if you're fighting Goddess of Life. Alright, we're at 53. It's time for another tidal shock, and she takes out two of our heroes, unfortunately. She's now at 55. Earlier in the video we reached 60, I believe. Now we're gonna go up more than 60. Alright, so she really took a hard hit of draining the HP of the Music Fairy and the God Slayer. God Slayer is gonna recover part of his HP by his own attack, which is good, which makes him harder to kill. And the Music Fairy, when she attacks with her normal attack, she'll boost her HP, recover some, and now she's added a shield for both Toku and the God Slayer with partial HP recovery, increase of attack and HP. Okay, so we got the contract from Lucas again, which will protect us for 2 rounds. We recovered our HP fully for all the heroes. Now comes the ship of Theosos with HP recovery to all the beautiful heroes that are still surviving. And the God Slayer comes again with his attack, minus 11 million. He's gonna be using it out of his own HP, sucking his own blood dry to attack. Alright, now it's time for Toku and her pursuit attack, taking us to 65. Let's see if she can make it to 66. And 66, x66, the bar. Alright. We're still surviving, we still haven't lost the Music Fairy. She can still help in increasing the damage output for both the God Slayer and Toku. That icon that shows on top of their head of an upright arrow pointing upwards means an increase in attack, the text written. Alright, we've jumped to 69. Let's see if we can jump to 70, hopefully. Nice. Now the God Slayer is using 8 million of his HP and draining her HP while recovering. The sucking of blood, the blood sucker, succubus version God Slayer. Alright, that takes us to 71. Toku's still going hard and causing damage. Alright, and we've lost our first casualty that matters now, which is the Music Fairy. The damage output by the Goddess of Life, of course, has increased as rounds progress, so eventually you'll have casualties one by one fall in during the battle. Okay, now we're at round number 9 and coming close to 74, x74. Toku has done a great amount of damage, not sustainable, a very good amount of damage, very good, very high, but still okay overall. Alright, let's see, we're at 75 now. The high pursuit burst of the follow-up is one of the main reasons that if she can survive long enough and get boosts to increase her attack, she can do high damage amount. Okay, so we lost the God Slayer, which is expected at some point, and Toku's still surviving, and Lucas is the main reason she's still available in the battle in the first place. Damage immunity. Damage immunity negates the damage or reduces it from Toku, meaning she keeps on being able to survive, and at the same time Lucas is only surviving this long because one hit cannot kill him. By the way, that's one of the reasons why adding that artifact to him is an aid for this mode of the boss trial. Okay, see that damage, she still recovered before being killed. And 76, finally. Both of them recovered HP, Lucas and Toku, and the battle ends with jumping to 30 million or 30 billion 426 million. Okay, now I kept trying this, and as you can see, it increased close to 40 billion 974, and that would be pretty much what we're going to be doing for the ranking And if you rank number 1, you can happily enjoy the excellent faction scroll, the 10 common summon scrolls, and 1000 diamonds. This is what we're gonna be doing for every boss event, figuring out the lineup that suits battling that boss, claiming the rewards in the challenge quest, and beating everyone else in the ranking, watching them as they struggle to advance in the boss trial rank. Alright guys, thanks so much for tuning in to this video. Definitely check the description. You'll find more information and details related to different videos and codes of redemption for the game. This was your host, Epic Gaming Doggy, and I will definitely see you on an upcoming video, and have a great day ahead.